Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I've been trying to make a video like this whole past week. I don't know when I made my last video. Rather, I don't remember when my last video was that you saw, but it feels like it's been like a full week since I made my last one. And I've been trying to get one up, but things just kept getting in my way. So I was trying to make a 2017 revisit of my goals / 2018 reading goals video, and I kept not really liking what I was making, so I kept trashing it and then redoing it, and then by the time I was like fed up and then like, okay, this is what I'm gonna put out no matter what, I came down with the flu, and I got the flu on Saturday when I had to take my dog to the vet. And so how that happened was that I have a retractable leash, so I had her hooked up because it's hard to get her caught up because she gets very excited, and I was doing some other things trying to get her ready, and for some reason, somehow, she like stepped on the leash, I guess, and like it bounced back into her eye. And because of that, I had to take her to the vet. And somebody there had to have had the flu. And also, now my brother has it. So upsetting, and I really hope I don't get it back because I'm just getting my 100%, and I'm able to go to work, and so I don't need that again. I cannot afford to lose hours. So my dog is doing better. I need to put her back in the cone because I'm letting her out for a few minutes so that she could play a little bit, but I do not want to risk her eye getting hurt anymore. But also, I bought myself a new bookcase, and I really like the black. It looks so shiny. But the reason why I got myself a new bookcase was because I was going to separate my TBR from my read books. So here's my read books, and excuse the mess. I'm not going to show you the bottom, but see, I had like enough space to actually do like a whole Harry Potter shelf. This one is all of the books I have yet to read. Scary. On the very bottom, which I'm not going to show you because I have like a mess on the floor, is I like have them on their sides stacked. I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to do that, and I even, like, as you could tell from the top, is I have books actually like on top of other books. So just so frustrating, and it's really sad because I know like a lot of people are saying like it shouldn't be a big deal if you have books that are not read on, and I wouldn't mind if it wasn't so much, but I also feel that I was happier when I was getting books, reading them right away, and then moving on. And I just don't like the feeling of like money being wasted because all these books are not being read, and I spent money on most of them. So this year is gonna be all about my TBR. So my goal, and I only have 2 this year. Last year I had so many goals and I didn't really succeed at most of them. And again, when it comes to goals, there's just something to work towards, so I don't really mind that I didn't succeed at it. But the one goal that I had, and I always put this on, is to focus more on my TBR and get them cut down. I didn't do. Actually, I feel like I added to my problem, and I'm going to be adding a little bit more to my problem because I'm going to be going to get some more books with more Christmas money-ish that I have. So that being said, my first goal is to cut down my TBR, as you could probably already guess, and the second goal is to read 50 books. Last year I tried for 100 books. I got to 73 books, and I'm very happy with that. I like to see where I land, so I like to challenge myself a little bit in that sense. It's just a lot of fun to have a challenge, and so my challenge is 50 books, mainly because I want to focus on my TBR. I don't know how many books I'll actually read because of that, but I need to focus on this. I thought before I leave, I will share with you my TBR for January. So first, I will share with you what I am currently reading, and that is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. This is the 3rd book in the series, and I've gone back to reading only a chapter a day. I don't know if I mentioned this before in the video that I made Last or any of those ones, because I feel like I mentioned it in one of the videos that I ended up deleting, or crashing rather, because I didn't even put them on up there. But so my goal was to focus more on my TBR. So if I'm rereading a book, I only want to read like a chapter a day, so that most of my time is being focused on my TBR books. So because of that, again, one chapter a day for this. We just met Crookshanks, and I am always stressed out when it comes to the fight, or feud rather, that Hermione and Ron get into. Now, some people might disagree with this, but I actually really feel sorry for Ron in this situation, and even though I love Hermione, and she is one of my favorite characters, I actually 100% disagree with how she acted in this situation. She didn't really show any sympathy or anything towards Ron in the situation, especially at the beginning when it first really started. She could have avoided a lot of the problems that happened between them if she had at least shown that she was trying to keep her cat away from Ron's rat. And if she had, maybe Ron wouldn't have been so angry, and things may have not been built up as much because of that. I think that even though I think that Ron was pretty much a jerk towards the end when things started to like calm down between all of them, I do think that he had the right to be angry, and that Hermione could have at least apologized and tried to make things better, at least at the beginning, between them. She didn't really even try. And so although Ron was at fault for part of it, I think that Hermione had the bigger problem, because Hermione knew that her cat was always going after Ron's rat, and she could have tried her best to stop it, and she didn't really try it at the beginning. So I just feel like Ron had the right to be angry, and I actually agreed with them. I don't talk about that. I just know that some people think that Ron was probably a jerk, and he was at some points. I definitely think that he was a jerk at points where unnecessarily so, but I also sympathize with him, especially because Hermione didn't really try to prevent the situation from getting more worse, So there's that I'm currently reading. Now to my 5 books that I'm going to be picking up in this month. The first one is The Mountain Between Us by Charles Martin. This actually was made into a film starring Kate Winslet and Idris Elba, and I actually watched the film first. Big, huge mistake. I didn't really think I was going to be like that huge of a deal, because let's just face it, I wasn't 100% super excited for the film. I actually watched the film for the sake of my mom, but she read the book first. She really liked it, and then after watching it, we realized that they changed the names of the characters. They changed major plots of it. What the hell? Like, why? Like, a lot of those points were actually better in the book than they were in the film. Like, it would have been more exciting. Like, what the hell? I don't get it. And why did they feel the need to change the names of the characters? It's so unnecessary. It's bizarre and ridiculous. So I'm hoping that I'll like the book. I did enjoy the film, by the way, but I do find that whole thing ridiculous. I'll probably never watch that film again. But yeah, hopefully the book I will enjoy even better. Then I finally, and this one I definitely want to get to this month, is Hidden Figures by Margot Lee Shetterly. And as you may know, I don't actually think I talked about this on my channel, but I watched that film in the theaters twice. I loved that film so much. So I'm hoping that they didn't stray too far. I will be trying to read Call of the Wild by Jack London. I think everybody knows what this is about. I really love this edition. And sorry, my lighting is pretty bad, so you probably can't really tell how beautiful it is, but it's really gorgeous. And there's illustrations. So definitely looking forward to picking this up. The next book that I'll be trying to get to is Tales of Burning Love by Louise Erdrich. I don't really know what this is about anymore. On the synopsis confused me when I read it the first time, so that's probably why. But anyways, I picked this up because the author's name sounded familiar, and I feel like there is something by her that I wanted to read. And since this was what I was able to find, I thought I would just pick up something by her, and hopefully I'm right that I know. Hopefully, I'm right that this is an author that I've been interested in, because I've heard a lot of good things about this specific author. That there's a specific book that I'm thinking of, and I feel like this is the author of that book, but I don't really remember, and I don't even remember the name of the book, so I'm gonna have to look that up somehow. So, that being said, hopefully this will happen. The last book is Small Changes by Marge Piercy. Recently, I've heard somebody talk and rave about this author, different book, but same author, of course, as I just mentioned, but she really loved that one book, and she's been wanting to read other things by her, and so hearing something good about this author has actually motivated me to pick this up. So this is about these two women. I don't remember if they're both married to somebody else, but at least one of them is married, and they run away from that marriage, and somehow these two women meet and they end up in a relationship themselves. So I'm very curious. This will be my first book that is LGBTQ plus, if I got that right. So I'm very interested to see what that will be like, and hopefully I will learn some things new and get a different perspective on things and enjoy this. So there you go. Those are what I'm currently reading and will be reading in the month of January. Also, I won't be reading any more today because I'm going to be going out, and it's going to take us almost all day to do that, plus I have to go to work. So that's not happening, which is fine. It is what it is, but I was really hoping to get a jump start into The Mountain Between Us, because that's the book that I wanted to start reading today. And I haven't got a chance to it, and I just haven't been feeling good to actually read at all this whole weekend. So I had to put that collar back on. Noodle's going crazy. And you'll be seeing more of me in the coming week. So good morning and welcome back to another day. So today I was supposed to go to the person's house that I clean, but things happened and I ended up not having to go. And this time it was not my fault, because in the past week I've been the one saying I can't come. And she's moving, so she really needs me, but things keep getting in the way. So hopefully, at least Friday, I'll be going. But because of that, I actually did get a little more reading other than Harry Potter. But I did read my chapter for The Prisoner of Azkaban. And this one was the chapter where the Dementors enter the Hogwarts Express and Harry has his first experience with them. Malfoy. Really don't like Malfoy. I feel sorry for him, but I don't like him. Then I officially started The Mountain Between Us by Charles Martin, and I'm not really liking it. The writing is pretty bad. I told my mom that I didn't like it, but I kind of like brushed off how bad the writing was to me. I don't think that the writing's really good at all. I think that the story is taking too long to get really started, and I feel like there's some unnecessary bits where, like, there's this part where he's like going over his patient notes, and he like literally, like, we were literally seeing the patient notes being translated, him going through it into his camera or whatever, and I just found that like ridiculous that we needed to like hear every little detail of that. It's just that he doesn't seem to know when to stop. The dialogue is like super awkward. So I am not sure how far I'm going to get with this, because although there is information here that the film decidedly did not shoot, I don't even know how this got made into a film, because this book is, like I said, doesn't really feel like it's that good. The story idea is good, so maybe that's what they are basing it off of, was the idea of it, and rather not how good the book itself is. Because seriously, I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I that my mom liked it, that I got it because we both wanted to read it. I probably would be already DNFing it. So I don't know what to do about this yet. So we'll see. Noodle's eye is getting much better today. I feel like it's definitely less swollen. And hopefully when Monday comes around and I go to that appointment, crossing my fingers so that I don't have to be worried about cones and more medicine, because her eye definitely looks practically normal to me. But I'm not like 100% sure, and the only way you're gonna find out for sure is when they shine the light in her eye. So that's how that's gonna happen. And it's really been hard getting the ointment into her eye because she just does not like it. So I'm really hoping that I've been doing that right. But anyways, I have about an hour until I have to go to work. So I am going to try to work a little bit more through this because I've already had lunch and thankfully I have no bad reactions. So I think that I am getting better. And yeah, so I'm going to try to force my way through a little bit more of this. And hopefully today's work session that I have to go through is better. That's basically about it. I'll try to update you when I read some more, and I will see you then. Hey guys, so I forgot to mention this earlier. I started this video, but my brother and I did watch a film and I wanted to talk about it. So I thought that I would do that now before I do my last update for the day. So we watched the sequel to the Kingsman: The Secret Service, and I think that's what that one's called. And this one was called Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Now, I'm not going to give anything away, but I did find it really annoying watching, or actually, not just annoy me, it pissed me off, because I watched the trailer and they totally spoiled a reveal of something pretty major. I even rewatched the first film to make sure that they didn't reveal this in there, and they didn't. And so I was really pissed off because it basically ruined the surprise. It basically ruined that whole reveal. It ruined the huge enjoyment that I think that both me and my brother would have had out of this film if they hadn't ruined that. And I don't understand. I thought I would have been able to hear so many people complaining about this, but nobody has. Maybe it's because they didn't watch the trailer, or maybe not as many people went out and watched this film as I did, or like maybe just not as many people are interested. I don't really know, and I don't understand. Am I missing something? Because for me, it ruined it. Like, I don't like being spoiled. Like, who cares? I don't mind like tiny little things, but that's a major thing. Like, what the hell? And if it hadn't been for that, I definitely would have enjoyed this film much more than I did. I will say that I did enjoy this film for the most part, other than that major setback to the film for me. I did think that they went too far with certain things, but these films tend to toe that line. But there's like this one scene where he has to put a, what you call it, so a GPS on this person, and I think they went too far. Like, that was just like so disgusting to me because it was so unnecessary. Like, it wasn't even necessary to the actual story because they could have done it differently and in a more appropriate fashion. I just thought that was so disgusting. I mean, there's other disgusting scenes, but at least with that, it like connected to the character, and like that, I don't know how to explain it, but for me, I was just like, I don't know what to think about that. Like, that was just, to me, it was like disgusting on a different area, like, and just the way that they showed it, I don't know. But I did find also there is like this one scene, and it's the issue I have had with the first film, where it definitely comes off gratuitous and unnecessarily so at times, and I just always feel like it rubs me the wrong way. But like the rest of the film, I really enjoy. Like, I don't know how to like wrap myself around it. That's why I'll never buy these films, you know. So, and I probably will never watch them again. Also, I feel like they copped out and on certain things, like they made things a little bit too easy, and I don't know. I just was a little bit disappointed with this film, and I still don't understand why nobody has complained about the fact that the trailer spoiled that big reveal. Okay, but I am done with that. DNF'd The Mountain Between Us by Charles Martin, not Manson. Charles Martin. I really do not like the writing in here, and he would, like, literally, so obvious. There's no subtlety to this author. He would literally tell you things in the most forced and awkward fashion that you clearly knew that he was purposely doing so that you would know how or why they were able to have all these things when they crash. Like, I don't think that he needed to even share that bit as much as he did. Again, subtlety. He lacks subtlety. So, and the writing style, so awkward, so forced. It definitely kind of reminds me of Nicholas Sparks, because I was like, this really feels like it's a book written for being made into a film. And I mean, if that's the way you want to make your money, fine. But I waste my money on a book that I did not enjoy. But at the same time, my mom did. So that's what matters in my opinion, because basically I got this for her more than me. So it's whatever. But I probably won't be reading anything off my TBR for the rest of the week, because tomorrow I have to work 3 jobs in one day. So, like, in the morning I have to go to the church while my mom is at her appointment. Then I have to go do my job that I do 6 days a week anyways. Then after that, I have to go to the other job because she's moving, so she needs, like, extra help. And, like, Friday is the same situation, so I definitely am probably not going to be reading at all the rest of this week. And so because of that, I won't be reading any of my other TBRs. I think the only thing I will be able to succeed at is reading my chapter a day of Prisoner of Azkaban, because I am determined to continue on with that at least. But I don't know. I'll have to figure out how I want to work this out. I just feel like these past weeks I just haven't been reading, and I'm getting a little bit pissed off about it. And I'm getting so tired of my schedule changing. I would want to work for her on Sundays, and I want to be that. So I kind of have to feel like when this settles down, I want to work for you on Sundays, and I don't want it to be on the weekdays, because my weekdays have been changing around a lot lately, and I can't do that anymore. So hopefully that happens, because I'm so tired of having to deal with all of this. And I know this past week has basically been my fault, but she's been wanting me to work in the middle of the week, and I don't want to do the middle of the week with my other 2 jobs. So I'll just have to make sure that I put my foot up down on that point for that. So that's basically all I have to update you. I think I reviewed the Kingsman, the Golden Circle or whatever, which, I didn't give you a rating for that. I gave it 3 stars, but it's probably like 2.5 stars for that one. DNF'd The Mountain Between Us, and very hectic end of the week. I just really need things to settle down so I can read on a regular basis. I just need to read more on a regular basis, because my heart is hurting from not being able to do so. Actually, I think I'm going to end this video, because since I'm not going to be reading for the rest of this week, I'll say goodbye and edit this part and upload it on Sunday. So there you go. Only 2 days worth of reading, which is really sad to me, but that is what it is. Anyways, until the next vlog, I will see you next time. Bye!